how you doing? The thought that's been living rent-free in my head today is subscriptions. Actually, I probably shouldn't say rent-free. Somebody somewhere will figure out a way to charge me $4.99 a month for it. But seriously, do you remember when you could buy something and then you just owned it? I know. Get the archaeologists. That's an ancient concept there. You bought a piece of software and it was yours. You bought a movie. It was yours. You bought music or a video game. It was yours. You added them to your collection. Today, however, everything seems to want $9.99 a month. It's never $10. Oh no, because $10 sounds way too expensive. $9.99 though? Hell, that's practically free. And that's the trick, isn't it? One subscription doesn't sound like much. Then you have your streaming subscription. You have your music subscription. We all have cloud storage because you can have the most storage that you can possibly get with your phone, and some reason it's not enough. You also have software subscriptions. You have gaming subscriptions, and that app you downloaded 6 months ago because you were going to learn Spanish. Well, you don't speak Spanish, but apparently you're still paying $7.99 a month to not speak Spanish. And that's when I started wondering, when did everything become a subscription? Because subscriptions themselves aren't necessarily bad. Some of them are actually pretty good deals. Some give you access to things that would cost a whole lot more if you had to buy them outright. And sometimes paying a few dollars a month makes a lot more sense than paying hundreds of dollars up front. So the companies do have a point there, but so do the customer. Because eventually all those $5.99s, $7.99s, $9.99s, $14.99 start getting together. And apparently all those damn charges, they're having a party in my checking account. So today we're asking a pretty simple question. Are subscriptions getting out of control? Are companies pushing the subscription model just maybe a little too far? Or did we as consumers help create this monster because we kept clicking subscribe? I think we're going to have to dig a little deeper than Netflix to figure this one out. So let's all make sure our subscriptions are up to date on our coffee and our shovels, and let's start digging. Subscriptions aren't new. Not even close. Long before Netflix, long before Spotify, long before your refrigerator needed a damn Wi-Fi password, we had subscriptions. Newspapers, magazines, book clubs. And how many of us remember, 1 cent for 12 cassette tapes? Pick 12 cassette tapes of the music that you like for 1 penny. And then all you had to do was buy 6 more of their overpriced ones. You know, what a deal. Yes, I got caught up in that rat race. Somewhere in America, there was probably a company looking at my little card saying, we got another one here, guys. We got another one. But the idea behind subscriptions actually made sense. You paid regularly and something regularly showed up. If I subscribed to the newspaper, I wasn't buying the damn newspaper company. I was paying them to bring me a newspaper every morning. If I subscribed to a magazine, I wasn't paying every month for the same damn magazine. At least I hope not. Because after about 6 months, I'd probably start wondering why everybody was still talking about the same celebrity divorce. The point was, something new kept coming. And that's important because subscriptions can actually be a really good deal. And I'll give you a perfect example of this. Shark Week. I love watching Shark Week on Discovery. I look forward to it every year. I've been watching it since the season 1 of Shark Week. Everybody who knows me knows don't call me during Shark Week. Everybody in my house knows when Shark Week is on, the living room TV is mine. Don't ask, the Sharks and I already have plans. Now I've got a choice. I can pay more than $200 a month for cable, get 300 channels, and maybe watch 6 of them. Or I can pay for a subscription to Discovery and watch the thing I actually want to watch. When you look at it that way, the subscription makes perfect sense. Why should I pay for 294 channels I'm not going to watch, probably never will watch, just to get the 6 I actually want to watch? That's one of the reasons streaming was so attractive in the first place. It gave us a choice. Instead of paying for this giant package, we could pay what we actually wanted. Something happened with movies. Years ago, if you wanted to watch a bunch of movies at home, you had to buy them. And movies were expensive. They weren't cheap. You could easily build a shelf containing hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars worth of movies, because VHS for a new movie was what, $100 or something? Somehow, with all hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of movies, you still watch the same 5 damn movies. Today, one streaming subscription can give you access to hundreds or thousands of things for one monthly price. Same thing with music. There was a time when you bought an album because you liked one song. Then you got home and discovered the other 11 songs were apparently included as punishment for buying the damn album in the first place. Today, one music subscription gives you access to more music than you could possibly listen to in your entire life. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And subscriptions can make expensive things more accessible too. Maybe I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars up front for something, but $10 or $15 a month, that might fit my budget. Businesses benefit too. They get predictable income. They can keep improving the product, keep producing new content, keep services running, and the customer doesn't have to make one huge purchase. So before we start beating subscriptions over the head with our shovels, we have to admit something. The subscription model itself actually makes a lot of sense. When I continually get something for that money, but somehow along the way, something changed. Because companies started looking at the subscription model and apparently thought, you know what makes this better? Putting it on everything. And that's where this hole starts getting a whole lot deeper. One subscription, it made sense. Then apparently every company in America had the exact same meeting. Wait a minute, you mean they'll give us money every month? No. There was somebody at the end of that damn conference table in their corporate whisper, forever. And that's when things started to get interesting. Because suddenly it wasn't just newspapers and magazines. It wasn't just cable. It wasn't even just Netflix. You remember when Netflix used to send you 3 DVDs at a time? You'd watch them, send them back, get 3 more. Those were the days, weren't they? Everything started becoming subscriptions. Movies, music, software, video games, cloud storage. You buy 512, and for some reason, that's not enough storage, and a month later, you need cloud storage. Food delivery, DoorDash's subscription, fitness apps that we never use, dating apps that suck, security cameras, car washes. I have the car wash one, and let me guarantee you, I go through that car wash every Saturday. I don't care if it's raining outside. I'm going through that damn car wash once a week. And by this point, I'm surprised my toaster hasn't asked for my credit card yet. Your toast is ready. Would you like to upgrade to Toast Premium to unlock the other side? And individually, none of this sounds terrible. That's what makes this interesting. $5 here, $10 here, $15 somewhere else. You look at one and think, $10, that's not too bad. And you're right, that one isn't. But subscriptions apparently reproduce when nobody's looking. And which puts a whole new perspective on the term, the rat race. Because one day you look at your credit card statement and think, well, what the hell is that? Oh, I signed up for that. Wait a minute, what's that one? Oh, I remember. I signed up for that one too. And wait, what the hell is that one? I have absolutely no idea what the hell this is. And streaming might be the best example of how we got here. Remember my Shark Week example? Part of what made streaming so attractive was that we weren't tied to cable. No, why should I pay more than $200 a month for 300 channels when I'm only going to watch maybe 6 of them? So streaming came along and said, fine, just pay for what you want to watch. And I'm like, yes, finally, the entertainment gods are looking down upon me. I don't need all those channels. I'll get Netflix. Well, maybe I'll get Discovery, because Shark Week, maybe another service. That's still cheaper than cable. Then somebody had a show I wanted on another service. Well, I'll just add that one. And then another company pulls its movies off the service I already had and started its own service. Well, I want those movies. Let's add another one. Then somebody else had an exclusive show everybody at work was talking about, and you're getting harassed because you don't know what the hell they're even talking about. And so apparently, I can't go to work Monday morning without knowing who killed or who got killed in episode 7. So let's just add another one. Before long, it was Netflix, Discovery, Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max, or I think it's just called Max now, Paramount Plus, Peacock, which used to be free, Apple TV because I have to watch my Charlie Brown during the holiday seasons, Prime Video. Wait a minute. Didn't we leave cable because we didn't want to pay a bunch of money on different channels? We didn't destroy the cable bundle. We took it apart and subscribed to every piece individually. We may have accidentally rebuilt cable, one $9.99 subscription at a time. And here's the really clever part. Every one of them looks cheap by itself. Nobody looks at $9.99 and thinks, oh, well, there goes the retirement. But put enough $9.99 charges together, and suddenly your credit card statement has its own entertainment package. And it's not just entertainment anymore. That's where I think this really started changing. We became comfortable subscribing. Company noticed, and the question stopped being, what can we sell people? It became, what can we keep charging people for? And those are two very different questions, because when I buy something, the company gets my money once. When I subscribe, they get a little piece of my paycheck every month until one of us dies. Or I finally remember my password so I can cancel it. And apparently remembering the password is the least likely option of it all. But here's where we need to be careful, because it's really easy to sit here and say, greedy companies. They just want our money, and well, of course, they want our money. They're businesses. But there has to be a reason companies love the subscription model so much. And believe it or not, some of those reasons actually benefit us too. So before we bury the company in this hole that we're digging here, we probably ought to hear their side. So companies, start digging. We've had our fun. We've looked at our credit card statements, wondered what the hell half of those charges are, and blamed the company for turning everything into a subscription. But now we have to give the companies their turn. Because if we're going to find some common ground here, we have to ask a pretty important question. Why do companies love subscriptions so much? They like money. They don't have money, they won't be a business, now would they? I know, it's a shocking discovery. We may have to alert the media, but seriously, put yourself on the other side of the counter for a minute. Let's say you own a business. You sell software for $100. I buy it, you get your $100, thank you very much, and then I leave. Maybe you won't see me again for 3 years, maybe 5. you may never see me again. Apparently, I liked your software so much, I stopped giving you money. That's not exactly the dream customer. Now, let's change the model. Instead of charging me $100 once, you charge me $10 a month. Now you know that next month, if I stay, you get another $10. And the month after that, another $10. Multiply that by thousands, if not millions of subscriptions, and suddenly you have something every business would love to have. Predictable income. You have a better idea of how much money is coming in. That means you can make plans. You can hire people. You can invest in new products. You can improve the service. You can create new shows. You can update the software. You aren't starting every month at zero wondering, well, I hope somebody buys something. And there's another side to this that actually is good for us. Remember when you bought software and that was the version you owned? Then a couple of years later, the company came out with a new version. And if you wanted all the new features, guess what? You bought it again. With the subscription, the company can continually update it. New features, security updates, bug fixes, improvements to the app. You're not necessarily buying version 1, then version 2, then version 3. How many of us remember going into a software store and you had bookshelves and one program or one software box all over? That's all you saw. But now you're paying for a service that's supposed to keep getting better. And the same thing applies to entertainment. Netflix can't actually say, thanks for the $15. Here's the same stuff you had in 2017. See you next month. Well, they could, but I don't think we'd stick around for long. They have to keep giving us a reason to stay. New movies, new shows, new features. They have to give us something. And that is actually one of the strongest arguments for subscriptions. The company doesn't just have to convince me to buy something once. They have to convince me to buy it every month. That it's still worth paying for. Think about that. With a traditional sale, once they have my money, the sale is over. With the subscription, they have to keep earning the next payment. At least that's how it's supposed to work. And subscriptions can make things more affordable too. Maybe there's a piece of software I need, but buying it outright would cost several hundreds of dollars. I might not have several $100s sitting around somewhere, but maybe I can afford $20 this month. Now I have access to something I otherwise couldn't afford. That is actually a real benefit. So from the company's side, this isn't necessarily some evil master plan. Excellent. So everything shall be $9.99 a month. Although somewhere there's probably a conference room where that meeting did in fact happen. But there are legitimate reasons for this model. Predictable income helps the company plan. Ongoing revenue can pay for ongoing improvements. Lower upfront prices can give more people access. And if the company wants to keep us subscribing, they have an incentive to keep giving us something worth subscribing to. So, companies, I'll give you this one. The subscription model can make a lot of sense for you and for us. But there's one little phrase I keep coming back to. Keep giving us something worth subscribing to. Because what happens when the price keeps going up and the value doesn't? And canceling the subscription requires Indiana Jones to find the hidden damn cancellation button. That's when the customer side of this argument starts getting a whole lot stronger. So companies, you've had your turn with the shovel. Hand it over. It's the customer's turn to dig. All right, companies, thank you for your service. You can put the shovel down now. Customers, come get your shovel because we've got a few things we need to talk about here. Remember when we said in Act 3, a subscription is supposed to be an ongoing relationship. You keep giving me something worth paying for. That's the deal. But sometimes the price goes up, then it goes up again, and maybe what I'm getting doesn't seem to be getting any better. Sometimes I actually get less, and eventually I start looking at that subscription and thinking, I'm sorry, why are you still living in my checking account? And then there are the free trials. Oh, the free trials. Try us free for 7 days. That sounds wonderful. All we need is your email address, your name, your credit card number, expiration date, the security code on the back, possibly your blood type, and all this for the free part. And let's be fair here, they actually tell us what's going to happen. You get 7 days free. After that, you're getting charged unless you cancel. And we agree to that. 7 days free. If I don't like it, I can just cancel. And that's on us. The problem is, 7 days later, I don't remember signing up for it. I was apparently a completely different person. 7 days ago, Mark had a plan. 7 days ago, Mark was going to watch all those shows. 7 days ago, Mark was going to use that fitness app every morning. Present day Mark would like to have a word with 7 days ago Mark. Then the charge shows up. Oh, what's this $14.99 for? Oh, right, the free trial. And that's where automatic renewals get interesting, because automatic renewal is incredibly convenient. When I want the subscription, I don't want to re-enter my credit card every month for something I use every day. You just renew it. Thank you. I'll move on my way. But when I've forgotten about it, that convenience works a whole lot better for the company than it does for me. And then there's cancellation. Signing me up, click, done. Now, would you like to cancel? Well, first, log into your account. No, not that account, the other account. Forgot your password? Well, we'll email you a code. Didn't get the email? Check your spam folder. Now, go to settings, not those settings, account settings. Then membership. Then manage my membership, because apparently the first manage membership was just there for decoration. Finally, there it is. A button that says cancel subscription. So you click it. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. But look what you'll be losing. I know I'll be losing this, but that's why I'm canceling. Would you stay for 20% off? No, I won't stay for 20% off. How about 40% off? No. Would you like to pause instead? No. Before you go, please tell us why you're leaving. Because apparently this is now an exit interview. I didn't have to talk to Human Resources when I subscribed. Why am I conducting an off-boarding meeting to leave? And this frustration isn't just somewhere or something we're making up. Customers have complained for years about subscriptions that are easy to start and much harder to stop. It's become enough of an issue that the government has been wrestling with rules around reoccurring subscriptions and making cancellation simpler. And to me, this is where the customer has a pretty strong argument. If I can subscribe in 30 seconds, I should be able to unsubscribe in 30 seconds. You don't have to like that I'm leaving. You can offer me a better deal. You can even ask me why. But at some point, no has to mean no. And there's one more problem. It's not just that subscriptions are everywhere, it's that every individual subscription is designed to look small. $5.99, $9.99, $14.99. None of them look like much until you put them all together, and suddenly you're spending real money every month on things you might not even remember you have. So customers absolutely have a case. Prices go up, value can go down, free trials turn into charges, automatic renewals keep renewing, and sometimes canceling feels like trying to escape an IKEA without following the damn arrows. But before we get too comfortable sitting over here, on the customer side, there's something we need to talk about, because that subscription didn't sneak in to my house at night, steal my credit card, and subscribe itself. At some point, I clicked the button. I think this shovel is about to turn around on us. Let's keep digging. We've had our turn with the shovel. And I think we made a pretty good case here. Prices go up, subscriptions pile up, free trials become charges, and sometimes canceling one requires a map, a compass, and apparently an appointment with human resources. But there's something we need to admit. Remember the end of Act 4. The subscription didn't sneak into our house, steal our credit card, and subscribe all by itself. I clicked the button. Companies didn't wake up one morning and just decide, everything is a subscription now. Well, maybe somebody did. There's probably a PowerPoint presentation somewhere, but the reason subscriptions exploded is pretty simple. We kept buying them. And honestly, I understand why. Because $99 sounds a whole lot better than $120. And think about that. If somebody says this service is $9.99 a month, well, that's not too bad. But if they said this service will cost you about $120 over the next year, we're like, whoa, let's not get carried away here. It's the same money, just a different feeling. And companies figured that out. But here's the uncomfortable part. We wanted convenience. We wanted lower upfront costs. We wanted access to thousands of movies without actually having to buy them. Millions of songs without buying the damn album. Software without dropping hundreds of dollars all at one time. Yes, I wanted Shark Week without paying more than $200 for 300 damn cable channels. And I still do. Let's not get ridiculous here. I'm not giving the sharks back. But every time we said, yeah, I'll pay $9.99 for that, we were telling companies something. This works. So another company tried it, and then another company tried it, and eventually somebody looked at a product that people had been buying normally for 30 years and thought, but what if they had to keep paying? And apparently nobody in the room threw a chair. But here's where I think some responsibility falls back on us. How many subscriptions do you have right now? And not how many you use. How many are you paying for? Do you even know? Because I think a lot of us probably don't even know. We see $5.99 come out, whatever. $9.99 come out, well, $14.99 coming out, fine. And because each one is small, we don't really think about it. That's how they pile up. It's not one giant $200 bill staring you in the face anymore. It's 20 little bills hiding in the bushes. And apparently they've been breeding. There's that rat race again. So maybe part of the solution isn't waiting for companies to suddenly say, you know what, we're making too much reoccurring revenue. Let's stop. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that that meeting probably isn't happening. Companies are going to keep offering subscriptions as long as subscriptions make money. That's what businesses do. But we get a vote, and our vote is our wallet. If I'm paying $15 a month for something I use consistently and I'm getting value from it, then great, I'll keep it. If I'm paying $15 a month for something I haven't opened ever since Easter, maybe it's time for us to have a conversation. Not with the company, but with myself. Mark, why are we still paying for this? I don't know. Cancel it. But canceling is really hard. Fair point. Well, we covered that in Act 4, but still, there's something powerful about remembering that we're not completely helpless here. Companies decide what they offer. We decide what survives. If enough customers look at the subscription and say, nope, this isn't worth it anymore, the companies have a choice. Give us more value, lower the price, change the product, or lose the customers. And maybe that's where the common ground is. Subscriptions aren't automatically bad. Companies aren't automatically greedy for offering them, and customers aren't automatically irresponsible for buying them. The problem starts when we stop asking one very simple question. Is this still worth what I'm paying for? If the answer is yes, keep enjoying it. If the answer is no, cancel it. Assuming you can find the cancel button. But there's still one thing bothering me about this. We started this whole conversation asking, are subscriptions getting out of control? And after digging through all this dirt, I think we're finally deep enough to answer that. So let's get to the bottom of the hole. So, are subscriptions getting out of control? Yeah, I think in some ways they are. When seemingly everything wants a monthly payment, when we don't even remember everything we're paying for, when the prices keep going up but value doesn't, and when signing up takes 30 seconds but canceling requires a search party, I'd say we've probably gotten a little carried away. But after digging through all this, I don't think subscriptions themselves are the problem. Because some subscriptions are a great deal. I get something I want. The company gets predictable income. They keep improving the product. I keep using it. Everybody wins. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. And maybe that's the simplest way to look at this whole thing. When I subscribed, I agreed to keep paying you. But you're also making an agreement with me. You have to keep earning it. Not just the first month. Not just while you're trying to get me to click the subscription. Every month. If you keep giving me something worth paying for, I'll keep paying for it. That's a pretty fair deal. But if the prices keep climbing and the value keeps dropping, I'm looking at you, Amazon, or I simply stop using it, then maybe it's time for me to stop paying. And that's where we have some responsibilities too. Maybe every once in a while, instead of scrolling through our credit card statements and saying, yep, don't know what that is, we should actually look at what we're paying for. Do I use this? Do I need this? And more importantly, is it still worth it? Because $5 here, $10 here, $20 here doesn't really feel like much until those little charges get together and start having a party in your checking account again. And companies, make your money. You're a business. That's what you're supposed to do. Offer me something that's worth $9.99 a month, and I'll, and probably most people, will be happy to give you $9.99 a month. But don't make us feel like the business model depends on me forgetting that I'm paying you. If I decide to leave, let me leave. I shouldn't need a treasure map, 3 passwords, and an exit interview. Because maybe the real problem isn't that everything has become a subscription. Maybe it's that we've gotten so used to subscriptions, we've stopped asking whether they're still worth subscribing to. So maybe tonight, I don't know, take 5 minutes, look through those reoccurring charges. You might find something you love and use all the time. You know what? Keep it. You might find something you forgot you had. Cancel it if you're not using it. And you might find something where you stare at the screen and say, what the hell is this? Good luck. We've already covered the cancellation process. As for me, I'm keeping Discovery. Discovery and I have an agreement. They keep giving me sharks, I keep giving them money. That's a subscription I can totally stand behind and I can totally understand. But at the end of the day, subscriptions aren't going away, and they don't necessarily need to. We just need to remember that every subscription is a choice for both sides. They choose what they're offering. We choose whether it's worth paying for. And somewhere between those two choices, I think we found a little common ground. But hey, what do I know? Heck, I'm just a guy with a shovel having a cup of coffee with you. And we've still got a lot more digging to do. So, until next time, let's keep digging.